Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, and thank you for tuning to this first Christmas special, which may be a yearly special. We'll wait and see, depending on if you guys enjoy it. Obviously, give us some feedback at the end of the video. But yeah, I'm here with my brother today, Joe, in person, which you guys have probably seen us on live streams before.
Z Talks, baby.
Z Talks. So yeah, Joe's channel is the JOEsen One. So Joe, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about your channel?
Yeah, basically, I've said this before, Michael streams. It'll be the most random YouTube channel you will come across on a platform. I just do any type of content that I enjoy. I don't want to stick to one type of content. I like to do a variety of stuff. So I've got like food challenges on my channel. I've got reviews, movie reviews. Yeah, I do a lot of YouTube shorts as well. They're like mind games as well. Yeah, variety channel. Definitely check it out. You might enjoy it anyway.
Yeah, a bit of all sorts.
Yeah,
bit of all sorts. So yeah, the idea is we put this vote on an Instagram post and YouTube and my Patreon and stuff. So shout out to my Patreons. I was like thinking, right, we'll do a Christmas collaboration because we've never done one. It's a great time of year. I've got my jumper on.
I haven't.
Joe's got some form of jumper on, a jacket. And the main vote was to do a video of trying different Christmas foods and telling the story. So I thought, well, telling the story is we can only probably tell a couple of stories, but which ones do we tell?
Yeah.
So I left it to a Q&A to you guys. So you guys have submitted questions. I think I've got about 17 in total here. So we're going to go through them as we're eating. You saw in the thumbnail some of the foods that we have, but each time we'll eat a food, I'll show it to the camera so you guys can see what we're going to eat. So first up, what we're going to eat first, I think
Greg's Festive Bakes. My favourite, man.
Same here. I always look forward to these every year. I always make sure I get one a year. So yeah, for you guys in America, Greg's is basically like a pastry shop. Sell pies, cookies and stuff. And that's what a Festive Bake kind of looks like. So we've just put these in the microwave, so they're probably going to be quite warm.
Put them in too much, like they're freaking boiling. Well, I think it's like chicken, bacon, creamy sauce, cranberry sauce.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
Turkey,
stuffing. So good, bro, man.
Yeah, the thing with Greg's is you'll always get like a really fluffy pastry, but it's always hit and miss with Greg's. You'll either go in and it will scald your mouth when you eat the food, or it feels like it's been left out in the snow overnight. Yeah. It's that cold. But it's very tasty. But with that in mind, we'll dive into one of you guys' questions.
I'm looking forward to seeing these because I do not have a clue what any of these questions are.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can answer some because when I do Z Talks, it's usually about a lot of movies and I don't go to the cinema much, so I don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we don't like cinematography, directors and stuff, and Joe's just like, it was a fun zombie movie or something, you know?
Yeah, The Rock's good.
So the questions, first I just want to thank you guys for submitting these questions. Joe hasn't got a clue of any of these, by the way. I know them all, but Joe hasn't. So he's going to have no time to prepare, where maybe a couple of them I have. So we've got 3 questions, but we're going to start one at a time. We'll maybe do it with different food items. The first one is from Ryan from RWR Movie Reviews. So,
cheers, Ryan.
Hope you're doing well. He says, would you rather learn to ski or snowboard?
I feel like snowboarding, because I always wanted to skateboard when I was younger anyway, so that's kind of similar, apart from one than snow, obviously.
Can you skateboard?
I can balance on the board. I can't do no tricks or anything but I can ride it, so I just can't do no tricks.
Same.
But that could be a YouTube video I'm actually debating on doing, learning to do some tricks on a skateboard, so might be good. But yeah, probably snowboarding, because I feel with skiing, because I always get the fear when you're going down, you might end up doing with splits. And that could hurt. With snowboarding, I feel is a bit more safer. But I don't know, I'd probably say snowboarding, I think, out of the two.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you. You always see these movies where they're on snowboard, and I always think, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And I've been to the ski resort a couple times. It's Sun and
Silksworth, yeah.
I'm shit. So I would probably say snowboard, Ryan, personally. I think we're both on the same, but yeah, we're both also skateboard, by the way, but just basic balance, not fancy or anything. I couldn't do any tricks. Like,
Does that ski slope and someone do snowboarding as well, or just skiing? We do snowboarding.
I think so.
It's pretty much the one Michael's talking about. It's not actually snow because obviously we don't get a lot in England. So it's just like astroturf, isn't it? Like artificial grass.
Yeah, and
And obviously a big, massive slope. It's all like fake grass.
but I think they do it, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Joe's dog's Bonnie barking in the background. By the way,
Yes.
if you're hearing that.
You're probably going to hear a lot of barking because all she does is bark.
Yeah.
She's cute though. That was delicious, man.
So that is our first food done. We're not probably not going to be able to eat all of this. Maybe like samples of bits and pieces.
Speak for yourself.
Maybe.
But
Right, so the second question I got is, well, before we go on to the second question, what food do you want to do next?
I don't know.
I'll let you pick.
It's all pretty much sweet stuff now, isn't it? Cakes, chocolates, biscuits.
Got a bit of all sorts,
Crisps.
to be honest.
I don't know. What are you fancying?
Maybe go with a mince pie.
Do you mince pie?
So yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, so you get mince pies. I'm not sure if these are just English, like English
sweet mince.
like sweet mince. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is just like an English thing or if it's all over the world. Oh, cheers.
So what is it? Sweet mince, and what's the sauce in it?
It says 6 butter-enriched short crust pastry cases filled with a mincemeat filling.
It doesn't sound very nice, but because you think that's sweet mince, but beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Very traditional English snack during Christmas time as well. Like I said, I don't know if it was like in America and other countries, but in England, this is a staple of Christmas
Yeah,
eating.
it is.
So
For the longest time, though, I didn't like them.
I think they eat them cold as well, though. I don't think I've ever had them hot.
I've had one hot, no. I know you can put like hot custard on them, I guess, or like whipped cream and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't like them for the longest time, and then I really loved them. Every year,
Yeah, same.
get loads.
It's a
They
good
usually
one.
get them in the shops about in September time. They always do it early, like Easter. Like after Christmas finished, they'll be advertising for Easter. It's weird. Second question we got here is also from Ryan. He says, when you guys used to wrestle, were you yourselves or did you try and mimic certain wrestlers? So for anyone who doesn't know this, by the way, I was on JOEsen the Old Millennial's recent live stream, which you can find on his channel. And we were talking about top 10 favorite wrestlers, and Joe was in the chat and stuff like that. And I said, like, oh, look, as kids who used to wrestle, like in backyards, like such like that kind of thing. So would you say that we mimicking wrestlers? Say maybe moves.
No, I think it was always we were never ourselves. Because I remember, like, I've actually got a couple backyard wrestling videos that I might release on my channel one day. They're quite embarrassing, but I might do it. So yeah, I think in that one, because we all come out to certain theme songs.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was Kane, because I had Kane's mask on. I think somebody had Ryback. So, yeah, I'm sure we all... But obviously we can't do the moves like the wrestlers did, like their big move sets. So it's basically just like fake punches and kicks, clotheslines, some failed swanton bombs, and some really bad choke slams, really. Like.
Yeah, I am. So one of the things you guys might know if you're a wrestling fan is when like a wrestler does a punch, so if they do like that makes no sound. You're not going to hear that. So it'd be like, douche, douche. They'll add the sound effect themselves from like their mouth, and that's why it sounds good.
A stomp.
And a stomp.
Yeah.
But Joe used to love doing Stone Cold Stunners.
Oh yeah, when I was in secondary school, like every morning, me and my friends, we had obviously like a wait area before we started class. So obviously, all the year waiting in this area, and as we're all in this big lounge, sitting down, chilling, I'd always pray my victim. I always knew that morning who I was going to lay a stunner on. It's usually the same kid most of the time, David Johnson.
Shout out to David if you're watching.
Yeah, sorry, David. So yeah, I'd see him, and then I'm pretty sure he'd know what I was going to do to him. So I think in the end, he just accepted his fate and just ate some Stone Cold Stunners, basically.
Ate it for breakfast,
But yeah,
dinner, and
they actually sold it really well as well. Not as good as the
Like
Rock.
The Rock.
Not as good as the Rock, but oh man, good memories, eh?
Oh man. The Rock was always the best at selling the stunner.
Oh, definitely the big flips, the backward handstands.
Backward handstands, everything. So yeah, Ryan. So we kind of like just used to kind of be ourselves, but we'd like copy moves and like theme songs and stuff. We never once supposed to be like, right, I've got Kane's moveset for the day.
Yeah,
especially me, I can't lift Joe. I could never lift Joe.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, I'm not lifting him up for a tombstone.
I remember when we were younger and we played, I always had distinct advantage of being the oldest and the strongest. But as these guys all started to grow up and started to go to the gym, I was the one who was getting flung around.
Especially Dan.
Oh yeah,
Dan's a tank. He's not here today, he's in London at the minute. But yeah, like, I remember that time when we were wrestling though, and you clotheslined him, and he got proper winded. And he like landed on his. Oh, it was painful. Got it on video.
Yeah, that's the backyard video I saw. Yeah, because he tried to sell it too much, didn't even. He just get.
He went like flying in the air.
I actually got winded as well on that same video because I wanted to try and do like the. Someone clothesline me. I wanted to try and do like the Rikishi, spinning around in the air. Obviously, I couldn't do it because I'm not athletic at all. And I really winded myself. And you see me, I'm going.
He was out. So thank you for the question, Ryan.
Cheers, Ryan.
And then the last one you got is, sorry, how do you guys prefer your Christmas tree? Is there a theme? Is yours kind of the same theme every year?
This is just my small tree, my dining room. I've got the big tree in my sitting room, but my wife does it. My theme is let her do all the work, basically. No, but she normally goes with different colours. I know the dining room, I think she likes having the red decorations on, and the sitting room, I think last year we had silver decorations, and I think this year she's gone for gold.
Oh, so I think different colours.
Yeah, she likes doing different colours every year. Decorations, but yeah.
We just have the same colours.
Yeah.
Every year, same colours, maybe a couple of different baubles.
And baubles are expensive, man. Like £4 each now.
Oh, they're ridiculous, yeah. Especially if you get like a one that's not just a normal circle bauble.
Yeah.
And it's like a certain pattern. Because I know last year when I was working in like a retail shop, they had like a hamburger and chips bauble. And I'm like, he wants hamburger and chips.
Very Christmassy.
Christmas tree. So got like a little Christmas tree. You guys can probably see that in the back a little bit. So that's the tree of Joe's referring to. So mine's usually the same, Ryan. Each year. I might share a picture here if you guys can see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think next we're gonna go. So thank you for your questions, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
I think next we're gonna go with the Kit Kat Santa Claus. I think it's just like a chocolate, rich chocolatey scented with crunchy wafer pieces. That's what it says.
Oh, cool. Because I thought these didn't actually taste like Kit Kats before, but not too good. I thought they didn't have the wafer. I didn't think they had the wafers inside. On a small one like this.
I've never
that actually looked like a penis at first. Like turn it round. So we can see the back completely.
It does a little bit like the poo emoji.
Yeah.
But that's it there. It's got Kit Kat on the bottom as well. You've got one as well.
Oh, cool. So I'm just putting my hands all over your chocolate. Don't miss one.
No. All good.
I love Kit Kat chunkies.
Oh, me too. Favourite chocolate to Kit Kat chunky. I would say it tastes a bit like Kit Kat. I don't know if it's more maybe the regular one though than the chunkies.
It's nice. It's just pure chocolate, it says. It said we've got wafer in, but I can't taste a Kit Kat wafer.
No. I don't know if these are a Christmas tradition for anyone.
It's basically just got Santa Claus on it. That's why it's Christmas, isn't it?
Probably for like little kids in the stockings or something, I would have thought. I mean, adults as well, I guess, but yeah. So go to our next question while I'm just finishing this. This comes from Sarah at Popcorn Chat. So, hey Sarah. She says, if you could meet anyone at a convention, who would it be?
There's some celebrity kind of thing. Celebrity.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first. I think you've done yours. I think I know who yours is, and I think you've already done it. That was Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox met him in 2015.
Did you make Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah.
You did?
Met Christopher Lloyd. Met a lot of the cast, to be honest. But if I had to pick someone else without Back to the Future related. Emma Stone. I would love to meet her. Babe as well, by the way.
Hot as hell.
But I think she'd just be like a really cool person and right down to earth. Like she's not on social media or anything, so
is she not?
No. So I think it just goes to show like she's not fixated to a mobile phone kind of thing. I don't know. I think she'd be quite cool. You know, I'd love to meet her and like I like her movies.
Yeah,
she's in, or even if she's just a supporting actress or like a little role, still like a movie. So I'm gonna go with Emma Stone. I know with you though, you don't really like. Or you've never really wanted to pay to meet someone?
Nah, I don't agree with conventions, especially with how much it cost as well. Like sometimes paying like £55, and that's pretty cheap for some of them. Some pay a lot more, like £55 for an autograph.
You don't want to know how much Michael J. Fox cost?
I was like 400 something, wasn't it?
So you got an autograph, which you only did with the package. That was it, because you only did a certain number. You got a photo with him, So obviously I was like, I'm gonna get me photo with him. The
Yeah.
photo alone was like 85 just for a photo. Then you got like a talk at the panel. You got like a T-shirt, and like a couple of things there. Don't regret it though.
No,
at all.
I think with Michael J. Fox, obviously, it's a lot of money, but how many conventions does he do? Like, some of these people go to conventions, so that's literally, like, what a lot of them just do. Like,
the
you
job,
got all the old school actors who might have been on kids' TV shows.
Yeah.
Like,
They do, yeah.
just say Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, obviously, rest in peace, obviously, one of my childhood heroes. He's known the Power Rangers and he didn't really do anything else, so his main source of income was doing these conventions constantly. And you got a lot of people who do that type of stuff as well. And you think that they do so many of them, it's not a rarity to get a signature. As Michael J. Fox, like, how many conventions does he do? Like,
his autograph's expensive as well.
Yeah.
Even if it's on a Funko or just a photo, even. Obviously, Funko's more.
Yeah.
But on a photo, it's like costs less.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you get to sign. But in general, like if like say a celebrity was like, right, we're free to sign it, who would you want to meet?
I've got a few. I think I'd like to meet Cristiano Ronaldo. I love Ronaldo. But obviously he won't be at a convention. So probably
He's never going to do a
so
convention.
someone on TV, I'd probably like to see maybe Dwayne Johnson. He doesn't do any conventions, but he's an actor, so potentially he might do one at some point.
I mean, Monopoly events recently got John Cena at Wales, and John Cena's a big actor and wrestler.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess maybe one day.
John Cena would be cool, but obviously I wouldn't put him on my list. But yeah, Dwayne Johnson, Tom Holland would be a good one, because I actually really like Tom Holland. I think he's actually the best Spider-Man as well. I'd say Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire's the worst. Probably because
Can't agree.
he's supposed to be a high school. He's supposed to look like a high school kid, and Tobey Maguire just did not look like a high school kid.
The
Tom Holland's the most
first one he
believable.
kind of did, I guess.
Oh, I don't think so. I think he's always looked
bit
older
older,
than a high school
bit
kid.
older though, isn't he?
Whereas Tom Holland actually suits the age of that, and Andrew Garfield looked young as well. And I think that's the main reason why I like them better than Tobey Maguire. But yeah, I really like Tom Holland. He's been in some great movies as well.
I think Tom Holland's the best Peter Parker because he's like said, like, I agree with you. He's like, he looks like 16.
Yeah.
He looks like he should be on like a school bus in
Yeah.
Italy kind of thing. Like Tobey Maguire looked older. Andrew Garfield looked too cool to be Peter Parker. Like a slick haircut, skateboard and stuff, which was awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree about the Peter Parker thing. No.
So yeah, Dwayne Johnson, Tom Holland, and no, I don't know. I think
And Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo,
When it
yeah,
comes to a
yeah.
con.
I'd actually really like to watch meet Mr. Beast as well.
Mr. Beast would be cool.
I think Mr. Beast would be cool because I think he's just set a way for a lot of YouTubers. Like, I think he's probably one of them. In all fairness, I've never said it, but the two YouTubers who have got me wanting to do YouTube was Mr. Beast and yourself. Literally,
Hey, man, I'll do that.
you two. Because obviously, just how much confidence I've seen it give you, obviously, because I was low on confidence. So I was like, my main YouTube goal is to try and build my confidence up a lot. And I've seen how much it helped you. So that was one of the reasons you got me into it. And then Mr. Beast, just seeing like the type of content you can potentially create was just, it's staggering.
You think gives away islands?
Yeah, like some I know.
How can you give away
millions of dollars just like his private plane he just did like $2.5 million. Like,
all
just
YouTube it away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like all big.
But I think they had to give that plane to someone. They weren't allowed to keep it.
But they're like, oh, give it to me, mum, and I'll use it as well. Like,
yeah, basically. I think apparently it's more expensive to keep a plane than.
Was it?
It's more expensive to keep a plane than just to buy one. So I think the guy who won actually sold it.
Probably maintenance, I would have thought, though.
Yeah.
Like maintaining the.
Yeah, it's like
I wouldn't even know where to start with that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll wrap the question up. I think Mr. Beast, Tom Holland, Dwayne Johnson.
Mr. Beast would be probably a very rare one to get.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
Well, I think pretty much everyone knows who he is by now.
He's Mr. YouTube, basically.
Mr. YouTube, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, you've got a video coming up about Mr. Beast as well, by the way. So
yes,
keep an eye out for that.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. But
It's not a collaboration, unfortunately.
He's reached out, but there's been no answer.
Oh, amount of time I've messaged him on Instagram.
Just copy, unsend, copy, unsend.
I just really hope he never opens the messages up because he's going to say, who's this weirdo? He's messaging me all the time. Yeah,
That'd
great
be good.
videos. Yeah, great video, Mr. Beast. Yeah, them three, I'd say. And if I had to do a woman, probably Emma Stone as well, because I really like Emma Stone. And like she said, she's hot as hell.
See, trying to keep you cool when meeting her, I'd be knee good.
Oh, I know.
Be like, hi, like this.
Massive
hi.
sweat patches underneath.
Oh, a bit of sweat patches. So thank you for the question, Sarah.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
We've got a couple more, but we'll get into another food. We've got a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
So
this all snacks.
This one is Mr. Kipling's 8 Frosty Fancies.
What flavour? I've never had these before.
It just says dainty sponge fancies with a delicious vanilla flavour topping drenched in a white fondant icing. Yeah, I think I've had these a couple of times actually.
I've never had this flavour. The lemon ones that I die for.
Lemon? Oh, lemon. I thought you said
11.
11. I was
Oh, no.
What's 11?
Lemon.
Mm.
Oh, that icing's nice.
That
man.
icing's amazing. They had these and they had like normal ones, and I was like, I'm not getting normal ones.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did a shop yesterday, so I just thought I'll just get some dry food and like festive bakes and day, because festive bakes sums up Christmas really. That's delicious.
So good, man.
Well, we'll get to the next question while we're scoffing our face with these frosty fancies. It comes from Soap from Soap's Retro Reviews. So, hey Soap,
Hi, Soap.
we well. She says, if you could rent a cinema, what would you show and what snacks? And Mike, you can't pick Back to the Future.
No, that's your question.
I'm going. I would have to put on an Asylum movie because they're so bad, they're funny. I know you don't watch them, but
Speaking of Asylum, I'm sure we did a zombie movie from years ago called Dead Men Walking.
okay.
And it was like about a zombie outbreak in a prison. And the concept was actually amazing. I thought if this had a big budget, this could be a really fantastic zombie movie. It was actually okay. To be honest, I'm sure it's Asylum. Because I remember seeing it years ago. And then I've come across it a few weeks ago, and I'm sure it said it was made by Asylum. I was like, oh, no way. Mike's always like slating this company.
I love them though. I love their movies. They're so bad. Like the thing is with all those kind of movies is you're going in knowing what you're going to get. Like you know it's going to be a bad movie. It's going to be bad CG, bad acting, but you're really going to laugh at the stupid effects. Like Sharknado. Like a tornado with a shark, like you know what? It's
popular,
it's
really
popular
movie,
but it's a bad movie. So I would say like an Asylum movie. I would say actually maybe
you put your friends and family through a bad movie.
I would put them through a bad movie. Yeah,
what a guy.
I know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a recent one I watched actually. The Mean One. David Howard Thornton, who's Art the Clown, but he plays a killer. He plays the Mean One, which is Dr. Seuss's Grinch. Obviously, it's not allowed to be called that because it's a parody. CG blood going everywhere.
A24, is it?
No, not A24.
Just another bad movie.
Wouldn't do that. I don't know the film company, but it's very low budget though.
Yeah.
Felt like it was like $1,000 budget, and that was it.
Yeah.
Anything. So I would show a really bad movie.
And what snacks would you have?
Oh, I mean, you got to go popcorn. I think popcorn's a given for any kind of movie, really.
But it's anything you want. So potentially you could have like a Sunday carvery, pizza,
Sunday
Chinese takeaway. So have you asked a question? Is there anything?
The only thing is, though, if you had a Chinese takeaway, it would stink. Imagine all the not when you're sat in there for that long.
It smells lovely.
I don't know. Bring what you want, I guess. I'm gonna say bring what. Even a McDonald's. If you want a McDonald's, bring McDonald's in. But,
I think a sit-down meal would be cool in a cinema because you never have a sit-down meal in a cinema. Because you imagine like you're sitting there, nice little meal. Like when you're at home, you always sometimes eat a meal, watching a movie. So imagine in a big cinema experience. Take note, cinema companies could be a money maker right there. But I have copyrighted it.
I don't know. What movie would you show?
I'm a massive horror movie fan.
Yeah, Joe's horror.
Also, if I had to get a screen, I say my son's watched horror movies. I've put them through horror movies before, to be honest. Because obviously, if I hired a movie, if I hired a movie theatre out, my sons would obviously be there. They'd probably be the first guests on all this because obviously my best friends.
Resident Evil.
Xavier used to love Resident Evil. But yeah, I'd probably say a horror movie.
Rubber.
The Killer Tire. Or One-Eyed Monster. Ron Jeremy's penis. Slaughtering a group of people. They're good movies, to be fair.
Funny.
But yeah, I'd say a horror movie of some sort. I don't know which one. And
Train to Busan.
oh yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, Train to Busan. That's But then it's hard if my sons were there, like, we can't read subtitles.
No,
So,
oh, no.
yeah, but yeah, I think a horror movie of some sort, and then food-wise, like I said, I think a sit-down meal would be cool, or even just like pizza would be cool, kind of thing.
I tell you what would be funny though, Joe was saying about subtitles, like, so Joe's son Xavier is like doing reading and stuff at school, and we were laughing the other day, I was around there, and Xavier was trying to read his book and how long it took. So imagine if it's subtitle book where we get the first one, the sentence will disappear.
I don't know. It might get one word from a paragraph of how quick the subtitles going off the screen.
He'd be lost.
Just watch reaction, son.
So a horror movie.
Yeah, a horror movie.
And what snacks?
I think
sit-down meal, you said?
I think a pizza or some sit-down meal. Is it a Chinese would be good? Imagine a pizza with like noodles, rice, chips, like crispy beef and Cantonese sauce in front of you. Oh, it's making me hungry for about it. So I think we should eat some more food as well.
Sauce, to be fair.
Oh, it's unreal.
It's a good question, though. Thanks,
Yeah,
Sophie.
it is. Different, thanks, Sophie.
We'll get maybe one or two more questions, and we'll go get into more food.
Mm-hmm.
We've got my sister Natalie here, so hey Nat.
Nice.
And she says, "Who is your favourite sister?" So I've got two. We've got two sisters, by the way. We've got Natalie and Vicky. I'm not answering this question because I would say I love you both for different reasons. Like, you've got different traits to yourselves and personalities that I like more one person say like the other kind of thing. Not in a bad way, but it's like me or Joe. Like, if you're like, oh, who's your favorite, me or Joe? You'd be like, oh, well, I like Michael for this reason.
But Joe,
reason.
I like Joe.
Right, Joe, yeah. So I'm not answering that one. I don't have a favorite. I like love you both for different reasons. Same.
But yeah,
I haven't
got a favorite sister.
And then the last question we're going to go into, so Joe's going to have no context of this whatsoever, so I'm going to share this with you guys. My friend Pete, Handyman Hardy, so hey Pete, if you need aerial and kind of work done in Dorchester, hit him up.
That's a good plug.
He says, do you think Matt and Isabella will ever get together? Now, Joe's obviously like, what the hell is this? And you guys are going to be like, what the hell is this? So quick story is, when I went down to Dorchester, me, Pete, Matt and his friend Lee were on like a night out. Those guys went to, we'll just say, an adult club. I didn't go, but those guys did. And Matt, one of the friends, is having a dance with a woman called Isabella. And he was like, oh, this woman's so hot. You know, like, he was really infatuated with this woman. And he's never obviously seen her again since. So I don't think they'll ever get together, but who knows? You never say it, never.
So she's an exotic dancer.
She's an exotic dancer, that's what we'll say, yeah.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate
panettone? Or panettone?
Panettone?
Panettone.
Yeah, panettone. It looks nice. I think it might be a little bit dry, maybe.
Sponge cake with chocolate chips and butter. Are you supposed to heat this up or not?
Have a look.
I think of a nice cup of tea. This would be lovely.
Yeah.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Maybe a water at some point, but I don't really usually drink tea or coffee. It's nice. It's pretty dry though, as you guys can imagine. There's not much like to it. We've got a question from my friend Duke. So hey Duke, hope you're well. He says, best Christmas movie and why? Elf one.
A Home Alone. Home Alone or Elf are my picks.
I do love Elf. Yeah, I love that movie. Home Alone, I think we kind of grew up a little bit on that one.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. A lot of like our generation grew up on Home Alone, so I think it'll be a lot of people's our age's favourite movie. And I love Elf because it's actually a comedy as well. There's a lot of Christmas movies usually like heartfelt movies, whereas Elf's actually a comedy Christmas movie, which I really like because I thought it was a bit different. And he loves
Will Ferrell.
Oh, I love Will Ferrell. Like,
yeah, Elf's awesome. I think one of the first Christmas movies you showed Xavier was Home Alone. Because I think he was loving the traps, obviously Kevin McAllister sets.
Yeah, Home Alone 2 when you're chucking bricks at them. Thinks it's hilarious. Some kid chucking bricks at people.
I don't know how the stunt doubles did it with like the iron on their face, and especially in the first movie. And then when they get hit off the paint cans off the stairs.
Yeah. I think a lot of them, if you look, there's actually some guy on YouTube, I think, who makes the props for these movies. Like, they're all just pretty much made out of foam. Like, all the stunts are made out of foam, and also you just have the sound effects.
But they still take that fall on the ground though, which would be quite painful. I can
Never
imagine.
stunt man. Just like I don't know how anyone would be a stunt man. It's crazy. Like, how's there not more stuntmen deaths? To be honest, it's crazy.
I really don't know.
I can't even do a front roll. Never mind falling from a building or something.
Nah. I don't think stuntmen get enough praise though.
No,
what they do
not.
because we just think, oh, that's like Joe Pesci taking that fall, but it's not him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna. They're not gonna get him injured, are they?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So Joe's kind of going Home Alone, Elf.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna probably go the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like a tradition movie I go to every year. I'll just be like, I'll flick it on if it's on.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Christmas Day we usually watch Home Alone at Mum's.
Yeah, it always seems to be on Home Alone. But I don't know, like, top of my head, I can't think of a lot of Christmas movies. And just for a record, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Just because it's filmed at Christmas time does not make it a Christmas movie. It's got no concept of Christmas at all. It's not in the storyline.
And Bruce Willis actually said in an interview on stage, it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's not a
I've never seen it though.
I can't think of any other Christmas movies. Popping the 1,000 Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But are all the same. Some man and woman randomly meet in a shop.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, and we end up getting together and spend Christmas Day together.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, fancy seeing you here. So they just met them like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. And we fall in love so quick. Yeah. But yeah, Elf Home Alone for me.
So yeah, the next question comes from our sister Vicky, and she asks best childhood memory. And just while we're doing that, we've just cut into a Yule log, even, which is a festive chocolate flavoured sponge log with a chocolate flavoured filling, chocolate sauce, covered with milk chocolate, sprinkled with a light sweet dusting.
So basically chocolate on chocolate, on top of chocolate, covered in chocolate.
Heart attack, pretty much.
That's what I like.
Favourite childhood memory? Oh.
Well, Christmas memory? Childhood Christmas memory or just favourite memory? Got me a cup of tea as well now.
We'll go with any.
Any. You go first.
I kind of got like a childhood one that I remember, where me and Joe are huge wrestling fans, especially more so back in the day. And we always used to get like wrestling figures for Christmas, and I'd always be like, "Oh, I want this wrestling ring, or I would like these figures and these action, like this 4-pack set with like Triple H in and stuff like that." And I used to always remember like opening on Christmas like wrestling figure packs, be like, "Oh, I got these wrestlers for my action figures," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I always used to look for that, because you'd never really expect it. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm asking Santa for this kind of thing," and then obviously, my mum and dad used to deliver. You know. I don't know if it's my favourite, but I remember that quite big.
No, I was going to say, I remember that as well. So, like, I remember we both loved wrestling, we'd ask for figures, and then I remember we opened our presents at the same time, and then I'd always be looking over at you as well, be like,
what's he got in that I didn't get?
Yeah, I was thinking, I hope he hasn't got that figure. I wanted it. Although we shared with figures anyway. But yeah, favourite childhood memory in general. I don't know, to be honest. I think just being young, to be honest, like carefree.
So I don't know how far back even you can remember. I can't remember that far back, to be honest.
I remember
maybe about 7 or 8, maybe.
I think my first ever memory, I think I was 4 years old. I was at nursery, and I remember like
Stone Cold Stunner.
I was at nursery. Remember my nursery had like some like little pond, and there was like a little bridge going over it. And I remember I pushed this kid off the bridge into the pond, and I remember I got really told off for it. And I'll never forget that was my first ever memory. I got a lot of good memories as a grown up. Like also I've done some really cool stuff as a grown up, but I'll never forget. But kid wise, you just.
I remember we used to go to our auntie's house, and like every Friday night or every Monday night, we'd get like a fish and chips in. We would play the football cards at like the local newsagent. Be like, oh, guess the scores of these football matches on the Saturday. So it used to be Friday night. We used to stop around, and obviously Saturday was the football. And we used to watch wrestling really late at night. I always remember that, and playing like cards and stuff.
I really enjoyed going to school. It's awesome seeing your best friends every single day. You're playing all day. You haven't got a care in the world. You play your video games when you get home. You got your after school clubs for football teams you join. Yeah. Also, it's like had a very good childhood. All.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I haven't got a specific one. I think I've got like, a favourite memory with certain people, with Auntie. I got my favourite childhood memory with Auntie. I got my favourite childhood memory with Nana. But overall, I don't think I have one solid childhood memory. I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. Yeah, because it's like different memories, different people. We used to do a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
Or I'd be like a tag along and be like, right, you're taking this with us.
Yeah. It's like a bad rash. I couldn't get rid of him. I tried. I couldn't get rid of him.
Pretty much. We've got Jacob Martin. So, hey Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
Hope you're well. He says, what's your favourite Christmas song? Do you have a favourite?
Do you want to go on first? Or?
We know that Mariah Carey makes appearance every year.
And she's still raking that dollar in.
I think she gets like nearly $1 million a year just for that song, doing nothing.
For having no talent.
Imagine just sitting
must
on
be nice,
imagine sitting on your arse every year, just be like, mint, cool $1 million.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But she probably hates that song as well now, with how many times it's been played over the years.
Probably. Favourite Christmas song? I don't know that I have a favourite. Oh yeah, I do actually. Chris Ray, Driving Home for Christmas. That's my favourite Christmas song. Driving home for Christmas.
What a voice there.
Terrible sing. And Jason's question afterwards was, will you be singing the musical numbers? That's the closest we're going to get, Jason. So that's mine. Chris Ray, Driving Home for Christmas. Good song if you haven't heard it.
I don't know. I like all Christmas songs really, but I haven't got a favourite. I've got a favourite cover of a Christmas song. The band Busted did a live cover of Last Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, and I love them two covers. I think if they released them, they would have been a massive hit for them as well. But yeah, check them out. Busted Last Christmas cover and Busted Hark the Herald Angels cover. They're rock it up.
Hark the Herald's good. I do like that one actually. Because I remember they did. I think it was part of a
I think it was on top
EP.
of the Pops.
I think it's part of an EP. That one was Runaway Train. I think.
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
I like Runaway Train.
Then I think they did Last Christmas on Top of the Pops. I think it was.
Top of the Pops, man.
I don't know.
That's thrown it back. What we're going for next? Maybe some Chris because it poured out.
Yeah, we'll go for some Chris. What flavour there?
So we got
pigs and blanket flavour.
Yeah.
Do Americans call it pigs and blankets? Oh no, it's figs and blanket.
Oh, figs and
are these vegan? You got a vegan option. Oh no, it's got a picture of bacon on the front.
I've always said pigs and blankets.
No, it's okay. No.
To be fair, I'm closer to figs.
Figs, unless it's a...
What's it say? Hand-cooked potato chips with figs and blanket flavour. Right, we don't call it figs and blanket, by the way, unless maybe you're vegan, yeah.
What the hell is a fig?
But it's literally got bacon on the front, so vegan would not buy that product straight away.
It's a very rich flavour on them.
Yeah. I don't think you could eat a full bag. I think it'd be sickly pretty quick. They're alright. Jason asks, so hey Jason, he says, what were some Christmas traditions in your family? Do we have Christmas? Oh, I guess waking up.
We all wake up.
We'd always wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And Joe would go in the room, and as we got older, he'd open the door, be like, Santa's been! He's been! And you shine the flashlight on your phone in your face, and you're like, come on, get up. So I always remember that. I think as kids, we weren't allowed downstairs before 7 o'clock.
No, we weren't.
My mum was like, nah. So if you're up at 6, you're trying to go back to sleep, and go back and get sleep till 7, and wake up for 7. That was one tradition. I guess we always woke up before 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it was always a set time. Nothing else. We would have a set time. So maybe before, I think we watch a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Go to bed for a certain time. Wake up at a certain time. Open our presents. Our presents are always in the same position every single year.
Yeah.
That's never changed.
Yeah.
Get tidied up. Have a Christmas dinner. Watch a Christmas movie. Eat some more. Another Christmas movie, then eat some more. I think it is, isn't it? Then put your presents away.
Yeah, I mean it's changed over recent years because obviously Joe's got his own house. I'm our house. My sister lives obviously not too far from us, kind of thing. So we all live in different places now. We're not all in the one same house like we used to as kids. Obviously, when you had 5 kids in the same house, everyone would be as excited as each other. We've got a question here from Chapman Reviews. So hey Chapman, hope you're doing well. He says, how would you rank the Pirates of the Caribbean series?
Poor.
Well, have you seen them all?
I don't even know how many there are.
So 5 movies.
5? I thought it was a lot more than that. I haven't seen them all. I think I might have seen 3 of them at most.
So which ones have you seen?
The first 3, I think. No, whatever. I remember seeing them at the cinema.
You saw the best ones.
I don't know. I've never seen the last 2, so I couldn't tell you how good we are. But
Nah.
I think just in the order, I'd say them. Like, so probably number 1's the best, 4x2, 4x3. I think. You know, the latter ones I can't comment on.
I would agree. Yeah, I would say. Well, I've seen all 5, but I'm pretty much the same as you. So number 1's probably the best. Toss up between that one and the second one, Dead Man's Chest. Then number 3, but then number 5, then number 4. Number 4 is pretty terrible with Penelope Cruz. Yeah, that one's not good. So I think he did the best thing by stopping at the third one.
Cherry's chocolate orange, quality street chocolate, some festive biscuit friends, Christmas pudding, nut and party mix. That's what we got left, isn't it?
So next up on our snacks, so we just demolished the crisps, is you got a quality street flavour orange crunch, inspired by orange crunch. Sorry, so I've never seen this before.
So it was like orange flavour, is it?
I think so. It looks like a dark chocolate. Like by that image of that chocolate there, it looks very dark.
I don't think I'm gonna like this too much. I'm not a massive fan of chocolate
Let's
orange.
have a bit.
Oh, I'll try it.
Right, so that's what it looks like.
Oh, it's very orangey. I don't think it's dark chocolate.
It smells very orange. So we'll get the next question, which is from Jamie Lee in the front row. Hey, Jamie. And she says, if money wasn't an issue and spending time with your friends and family was a given, what 2 things would you want from Santa?
So basically anything in the world, because money's not an option.
I'd say a house. Like a nice house. But like, the point of being like, well, I could design it. Be like, all right, so I've got a gaming room, I've got a YouTube room, room for Emma or whatever, you know. Yeah. I would say a house, I guess.
A house would be
money, no
one.
option.
Yeah. But obviously someone will have to gift it to you, I think, wouldn't it? Is that
from Santa?
From Santa.
Santa's giving us a house this year.
That's one hell of a dude right there.
It is, yeah. I don't know.
A house would be cool, but I don't know if a house, like, it'd be nice to obviously have a handout of a house, but at the same time I'd like to work for my stuff as well, because I think that makes me feel good. Like the house that we're in now, obviously I worked hard and I saved hard. Obviously getting a house, so it's a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely.
A car would be nice as well. I'd love a Tesla.
Same.
A Tesla, I'd really love.
Same, yeah, I'd love a Tesla.
I don't know, like, the thing is, I've always said, one thing I'd like to do for you, if I ever win a lot of money, or become a massive YouTuber where I had a lot of money, like, I'd love to fly all your friends out in your YouTube community.
That would be
fly
awesome.
them all over, have you all in the same hotel, hire a cinema out, and let you watch movies all day, and just have you all meet up and have a great time. That's one thing I'd love to do for you.
That'd be awesome, like, because you know a lot of the guys as well.
Oh,
you know, like Adam, What the Jim, and Jacob, and Jason and stuff. Jamie, of course.
I love Jamie, but she likes the Walking Dead season finale, so I lost a little bit of respect for her. I was joking, Jamie Lee. I remember messenger groups with the guys, and I was all genuinely nice people, really good people. Yes, I'd love to do that for you, but for myself, I don't know, a car maybe. I don't know,
I think it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, like I never want to do stuff for myself. I always think about my wife and my kids. Yeah, they come before me, so whatever they wanted would make me happy than something what I'd get. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if so if the kids wanted a certain toy, I'd much rather have them. I'd rather Santa bring them a toy than bring me a holiday. Kind of thing. As long as the kids are happy. 2
different perspectives, because Joe's a father. I'm not. I mean, I am to 2 cats, but it's not the same. Money, like, I would like to get mum and dad like a nice holiday or something, because like my mum and dad, as we were getting older, we used to always go on family holidays, and as they're getting older, they like go on like little breaks if they're able to. Yeah. So kind of just to treat them, really. You know. So yours is kind of the same, isn't it? It's like something for someone else. I'd rather give it for them. Yeah, that's what I mean. Something for someone else. You got a massive piece of chocolate on your lip. I kind of stopped staring at it. Go on. Go on, right. Tell you what, let's pour some nuts in. Balls and nuts.
Nuts and
So what is it?
nuts and party mix. Maybe just a lot.
Caramelized biscuit flavour nut and party
I
mix.
thought it would have been like raisins in it as well. It looks like it's obviously nuts.
Yeah, right.
Very good, man.
So, next question is from Adam up at the gym. So, hey Adam, what was your favourite movie you saw together? I mean, have we seen many movies together? As a kid,
obviously went to the cinema a bit.
yeah.
But I can't remember half them movies now. I remember when I went through that phase of buying different zombie movies constantly on Amazon. So we eat now dinner, so we just watch loads of zombie movies every single dinner. If you like it or not, you watch them as zombie movies because there's nothing you can do about it. They watch some stupid movies, but One Eyed Monster and Rubber.
I do think Rubber's funny.
You watch them.
It's terrible, but it's funny.
Oh, horrendous.
Yeah, I think it's more like those kind of movies. I think like
Yeah, but I think we watched episode 1, Star Wars. Did you come with me there?
yeah, I fell asleep.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember looking
Sorry,
over.
Anthony A. Perez, if you're watching this.
I think I looked over. I was thinking, I can't believe this.
What used to happen was, when we lived at home years and years ago, there were, on Amazon there was a company called Zovastocks, which I learned it was Music Magpie.
Yeah.
And it'd be like the DVD would be like 1 penny. And we're talking about years ago now, we're talking about at least like 8, 9 years ago here. And it'd be like £1.20 postage for each one. So you get a DVD for £1.20, you'd be like, oh, mint.
Yeah.
This was kind of before Blu-ray, or like Blu-ray was just getting introduced.
And obviously DVDs are popular then as well.
DVDs were majorly popular, so a lot of times Joe would be like buy a book of zombies, I'd buy like a book of comedies and stuff. But I remember Rubber.
Classic. I think we went to see the Jurassic Park movie, the first one together.
Did we?
I think so. I remember Auntie was there, Mum, me. I don't know.
Oh, the original Jurassic Park?
Yeah, the original.
Oh, I can't remember that. Like, so
I think you would have been. I don't know if you went, or you might have been really young, but.
Oh, would have been, yeah.
Also, one of the main reasons I remember, obviously, the movie was awesome, but our car got stolen from a car park.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I asked Mum. I think it was I can't remember. It might have been a blue Ford Escort. I think it was. Aye, so that was nice. Nice memory.
How'd you get home?
Taxi. Nice memory, yeah.
The memory I've got is Star Wars, because it was you and a couple of school friends.
It was Michael Campbell.
Yeah.
I think his dad took
Peter
us.
Miller?
I think Peter Miller was there as well, yeah.
I'd say 2 movies we have seen together. I went with you and the boys to see Paw Patrol, the movie.
That's right.
Recently. The last year.
And
was it Cars 3?
that might be one of the Cars movies, yeah.
I'd say it was the third, the last one,
Yeah, it could be.
So I think that's the last 2 movies we've actually been to the cinema together.
Yeah, so we haven't really answered it at all, really.
No. We've worked around it.
Yeah, just beat around the bush and just mention a load of random movies.
But thank you for the question.
Yeah, thanks,
We'll go to chocolate orange, but we'll just open one and just have a couple of slices.
Yeah, because I'm not a massive fan of Terry's chocolate orange.
So, Terry's chocolate orange, for any of you guys who don't know what this is, basically just a big orange ball cut in slices of just chocolate
shaped
orange.
like an orange, cut like an orange.
That's what it looks like in the packet. It says Terry's on the top there, in case you forget what make it is.
It's just chocolate flavoured. Orange flavoured chocolate, basically, isn't it?
Pretty much. And then that's what it looks like inside, so a lot of slices. So the next question comes from Adam, and this is actually a good one because I don't even know the answer to this and I've had a bit of time to prep. He says, what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you that the other person might not know about? Oh, no. I mean, we know a lot of embarrassing things about each other. Like growing up, do you know what I mean? We always have those memories. We're like, oh, remember this time. In recent years, though, I don't think I've got any in recent years, do I?
How PG's your channel? To be honest.
Well, it's not for kids, it's content, so I guess go for it.
Yeah, but it was a while ago. I can't remember.
This thing I don't know about.
I don't think you know about it.
Right.
And so, it was when I was. So this might have been 2008. So obviously it's a long time ago. Or whatever. It was like when I was in my band, we toured America. And we were in Penn, was it? No, it might be in Ohio, where we were at the time. We just finished a show, and we were just chilling around. It was in like a college campus, or like a university campus, like the bar where we played at.
I know you went to a party or something once.
Oh yeah,
I went to like a frat house or something.
Oh yeah, that's like Pennsylvania.
That kind of story.
But yeah, so this one, finished the show. We're just chilling outside the venue, and obviously there's loads of hot chicks kicking around. And so, you've obviously seen her in a band. Girls love that for some reason, I don't know why. Talking away, and she gave me her address to go see her later on in the night. So I was like, oh, cool, or whatever. And then if the story just goes downhill dramatically after that, you think, oh, Joe sounds cool. But for some reason, I was so tired. I was like jet lags catching up to me. Just played a show. It was so hot. So
was this at the beginning of the tour?
I think it was near the beginning of the year. So I
went. You
toured
for a couple of weeks or something, right?
I think 3 weeks the first time, and a month the second time.
Went all over the place.
Yeah. So then I was thinking, I don't know if I'm up with this. So I was thinking, I want to go, but I don't think I've got the energy. So I went back to the hotel room and I took a Viagra. I haven't got problems down there. I just thought I'd take one. And yeah, so I went along to this girl's house. I knocked on the door and there was no answer. I was thinking, is this the wrong house? Is she stitching me up? So anyway, I was staying there about 5 minutes like a creep, just knocking on this door. No answer, so I just walked away. And as I was walking away, I was about like 50 metres away from my house. And I just see a boatload of like guys walk out of a house. I was thinking, they beat me to it. Basically, so yeah, that happened there. So she obviously had a good time, a boatload of different guys, and I just had Viagra effects all night, basically. So that was a fun story.
I did not know that story.
Yeah, great. The joys of being in a band, eh?
I was never in a band. I can't sing. Nah. Yeah, it's class though.
It's funny thinking about it now.
At the time, no, you'd be thinking, what do I do with this? I don't know where we left off before I cut the footage, but we're just talking to be off camera.
Tell me the story.
Tell me, there was actually a story, but I can't mention this on the channel. Maybe one day. But anyway, we've got one more question. Before we dive into that, though, we've got Christmas pudding now.
Which is red.
So Christmas pudding, for anyone who doesn't know, it comes in obviously different sizes, different packaging. This is just one from Sainsbury's, and it says Christmas pudding made with sultanas, raisins, and mixed peel.
Is it cooked in a brandy sauce?
I think it's usually cooked in alcohol.
Or something, yeah.
It's 16% cider in here.
I'm gonna get mortal.
Nah.
I don't drink. I'm gonna get drunk. I'm a kid.
Rum.
Yeah, rum.
Joe doesn't drink alcohol at all. I drink it now and then.
So it might be good of us coming to the end of the video because I might be drunk in about 10 minutes time. From a Christmas pudding.
Yeah, from a Christmas pudding. But people make their own normally. See about half. I don't even know if I'm a fan of Christmas pudding.
I think you normally have this with a brandy sauce or like a custard kind of thing, but
yeah, oh jeez.
Mike didn't buy any, so we're going dry.
It's going dry. But we have one more question. And this is from Elliot at IMO Reviews. So,
Elliot.
Hey, Elliot, hope you're well. And Elliot says, what movies do you siblings disagree on most? For example, Mike loves Back to the Future, Joe may hate it. He also says, keep up the great work and Merry Christmas. So,
Merry Christmas, Elliot.
And keep up the good work yourself. Just recently passed 350 subs, so congrats on that as well.
Seems like a really good guy as well, so definitely support him as well.
Oh, fantastic guy.
With the most, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. We'll still have a little thing, but first thing I got to disagree with you was Black Adam, because you didn't really like that film. I went and I thought it was awesome, one of the best superhero films I've seen in a while.
Really?
I thought, yeah, because there's a lot of action. Like as you go see these Marvel, I love Marvel and stuff and DC. But like when you get these films, there's so much talking. You want to see action, and I thought Black Adam, like the pace was perfect. Had action at the beginning, a little bit of talking, loads of action, a little bit of talking, loads of action. That's what you want with a superhero film. You want to see these heroes fight bad guys. You don't want to see them talking in an office, arguing amongst each other and having like just killing screen time. You want a fast-paced movie, and I thought Black Adam's pacing was perfect. I could be biased because I'm a massive fan of The Rock, But I thought, like I said, the pacing was really good. I really enjoyed it. So that's a disagreement straight away. But if it's an ultimate disagreement, I don't know.
So Black Adam, like I agree with you. Like there's a lot of action in it, and I really like the action. For me, what I didn't like about it was the human characters. I felt like they were useless, and that kid doing like the cheesy, like like piece and everything like that. I was like, it just wasn't needed. Some of the Justice Society wasn't great. Pierce Brosnan and Adonis Hodge, who was the Hawk guy, like he was cool, but the other two was like he was like cheap Ant-Man, and the other one was terrible.
Well, did he say he lent a costume of his cousin?
The big guy?
Yeah, the guy who turned into a giant.
Oh, the giant. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said in a movie, "I've lent myself a costume of my cousin." I was thinking, is that an Ant-Man reference? Is Ant-Man supposed to be his cousin?
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that. I was thinking, I wonder if he's supposed to be Ant-Man's cousin or something. I've always known the references to it.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never find out, will you?
Yeah.
They're not going to mention like a Marvel movie in DC and vice versa.
The thing is, you've told me a few movies. Like sometimes I wanted to watch a movie. I've asked because you see every movie. I'm like, oh, have you seen this yet? And you're like, oh, rubbish. So I'm like, oh.
And sometimes it is though.
Yeah. So like, obviously, me and my wife's trying to watch a movie. I'm like, oh, I was like, I'm sure Michael's seen this, so I'll text Mike, and he'll say, oh, it was rubbish. So then I'll be like, oh, Michael said it's rubbish, we won't bother watching that. But then later on the line, we'll watch it, and it's awesome. And we're like, oh, I could knock him out. He said it was rubbish.
Sometimes I'm right though. I think you liked Halloween Ends more than I did as well.
I loved Halloween Ends.
I think it would have been better if they had Corey in the previous movie to build him up more than just that last movie. It felt forced.
I don't know. I think everyone's biggest qualm on the last Halloween Ends was Michael Myers was extremely weak.
And I think just the Corey love interest, because it was like within one scene she was like,
oh yeah, she fell in love with him so quickly. It's so yeah, that was dumb. Obviously, every movie has its flaws. So you can say, but like Halloween Ends, like I really enjoyed it. Like people say, oh, it's nothing like a Michael Myers movie. Halloween 3, Season of a Witch.
I've never seen it.
It's like I'm sure Michael Myers isn't
not even in it.
He's not even in it.
It's like a cult thing.
So why was that a Halloween franchise movie? But at the same time, it's hard as well because whenever I see your movie reviews or one of the guys who you're friends with from a YouTube community, your YouTube channels are critiquing movies. So if there's a flaw, you're going to pick up on it and you're going to really hate it. Whereas for a general moviegoer like myself, it just goes over my head most of the time because I'm not reviewing it.
So I think it's tough. I think it's on like a movie by movie basis, really, Elliot. On like some movies, I'll be like, oh yeah, I love that one. Joe might be like, oh, I hate it. Right, so that's it. So I think we've pretty much eaten the entire Christmas lot, apart from some celebrations. But if you guys don't know what they are, it includes like a mixture of different chocolates like Snickers, Twix, Mars, Maltesers, Bounties, Milky Way, Galaxy and Galaxy Caramel. So you get those. But thanks to Joe for being in this video. It's been fun answering you guys' questions. You guys have asked some great questions, and like next year I think it'd be cool to do it again.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Lots of food, I'm keen. So.
Maybe something different. Maybe the same thing, and you guys just ask different questions, whatever you decide on. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. A link to Joe's channel will be down below in the description box as well. So please go get him a sub. It's not too far off 1,000. He's like maybe a couple hundred away, which is not a lot. So yeah, please go subscribe to him. Please go support his channel. He's got a really great channel. Got a lot of great stuff coming very soon. And first ever time you've seen the Zara brothers on the same frame. So yeah, thank you to everyone tuning in. And until the next time, we will see you later. See you, everyone.